Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video we are going to make a keto-fied version of a cracker that has a very special place in my heart. The Better Cheddar. Now, if you'll indulge me for just a moment, let me tell you my Better Cheddar story. 30 years ago, I had just moved into an apartment about a mile away from where I live currently. And after getting moved in, I was kind of warm. I wanted to go down to the pool and cool off. I did, got out of the pool and went back to my chair. And in the chair next to me was a pretty woman kind of giving me a bit of a hard look. Apparently, I took her chair. She felt it was her chair. There was no towel on it or anything, but she felt that since she'd been living at this apartment for a couple of years, she kind of had dibs on that particular chair. Well, we got talking and kind of hit it off, and eventually she offered me a Better Cheddar cracker from her box of Better Cheddars. Fast forward, and I've been married to that pretty woman for 27 years. But now that we got that out of the way, let's make that cracker. I'm going to start by preheating the oven to 225 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 110 Celsius. Then I'm going to shred up some seriously sharp cheddar cheese. It doesn't matter if it's yellow or if it's white, just so long as it's extra sharp and finely shredded. Then I've got 1 cup, or 225 grams, of cottage cheese. I'm using the Kemp's full-fat small curd. While I've discovered that the Kemp's full-fat small curd cottage cheese works great for this recipe, I know that not all cottage cheese brands do. So if this recipe doesn't turn out for you, I would like you to go to the original cottage cheese chip recipe that I did, which I'll link to right up here, and reply to the pinned first comment with the brand of cottage cheese and the ingredient list. Hopefully then I can manage to narrow down what's the culprit ingredient for the people whose chips don't spread out. I'll put the cottage cheese into a small food processor, and I'll link to all the equipment that I use down in the description below, along with all the ingredients. Next, I have 2 gently packed tablespoons of my finely shredded extra sharp cheddar cheese. If you're doing metric, 2 tablespoons gently packed is about 8 grams. Then I've got 2 teaspoons of cheddar cheese powder, 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast, and this stuff really amps up the cheese flavor in anything that you use it in. Pop the cap on my food processor, and I'm going to process this for about 20 seconds. It's fairly smooth at this point, but I want to scrape off that cheddar powder and nutritional yeast from the sides. Pat that in, and process this again for maybe another 20 seconds or until smooth. Then I've got a cookie sheet lined with a silicone mat and a number 100 disher, which will allow me to portion this out into 24 even scoops, about 3/4 of a tablespoon in size. And with scoop 24, all of my cheese batter has been used up. So I will pop this into the oven now for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, I'm going to take out the tray just slightly, rotate it to account for any hot or cold spots in the oven, and then let it cook for another 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they are mostly set, though they may still be a little bit pliable in the center. I want them to continue to cook, but I don't want them to burn. So I'm going to turn off the oven and let them continue to cook with the residual heat for another 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, here they are. You can see my little thumbprint there from the tray rotation. The crackers will automatically loosen as they cool, but I just want to show you the color on this. Nice and golden with no burnt edges. All right, time for the taste test. Definitely crunchier than a Better Cheddar. And I think the Better Cheddar also has just a tiny little bit of sourdough flavor to it, which makes me wonder, I do have some sourdough flavoring from King Arthur flour. Maybe that'll go in the next batch. But right now, let's get that pretty woman from the pool over here and let her tell us if she thinks they taste like Better Cheddars. Dear, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here you go.
Oh. Do you know the story with the crackers?
Oh yeah, I told them the story.
Okay, good. Yeah, finish is just like the flavor is good. Different little texture even is good, but yeah.
Yeah, I think
it tastes just like Better Cheddar.
Yeah, I think it would stand up to a dip
Yeah.
Whereas a better cheddar, likely in any sort of a
Cracks.
sour cream dip, is going to crack.
Yeah. This a little more firm. But yeah, finishes well. Good job.
So, winner?
Good job, winner, dear. Just like, yeah, very cool. Yeah.
All right, I've got a special guest here who I'm going to have try out the cracker. She doesn't know what it's supposed to taste like. So, come on, Courtney. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Cheddar cheese.
Yeah? It is actually the cracker that, in a way, you owe your existence to.
Better cheddars. Better cheddars.
Yeah?
I don't really eat those.
Okay.
So it tastes like cheddar cheese.
So I was actually hoping that we had some in the pantry. This is one of the rare occasions where your mom doesn't have a box of Better Cheddars in the pantry.
Does she know that you're making better?
Yes. As a matter of fact, she taste tested them earlier and gave it the big thumbs up.
Nice.
So
Good.
I'm glad now that, and actually Connor tried it when it was a work in progress, and he immediately said Better Cheddar.
Oh, really?
So,
I haven't had, I don't know if I've had a better cheddar.
well, essentially now you have a
But now I
keto-fied
have-
version.
Now I have. Yeah.
Well, thanks for stopping by
Thank you.
and eating my food. I suspect that in the future I'll be doing more variations on the cottage cheese chip. There are a couple of other different flavors that I'm working on. I can tell you the corn chip has not been going all that well, but I haven't given up hope. If you come up with an ingredient combination that you think is especially spectacular, please let me know down in the comments below so that the rest of us can try it out. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you really think it's fantastic, hit that share button. Share it with some other people on social media. But that's going to be it for this video. As always, thanks for watching.